Okay, in our first video we saw what movement is, and we sort of worked out that it's changing position. In other words, you can't stay in the one spot. You can move away and come back, but you can't just stay there. So let's think about how we can define moving. So if we've got to move and be somewhere different, then surely we could be able to tell how far we have moved and how long it took us. And those would be the two things we could look at, and I'm sure in class you've looked at those. Now, sometimes when we move a small distance like a metre, or it can be less, even a centimetre, or we move large distances like kilometres. Now, some cases we even move from country to country or state to state, and that's a much bigger distance. Now, when we're talking about how long to move, how long it took us to move, in the lab, we're often going to be talking in seconds or minutes because we only do short experiments. But sometimes in moving, let's say on a hot day, we're going moving, then we talk about hours or days. It might even be weeks or years. It just depends upon what we're doing. So when we do it, we can show what we've done. For example, we did that little activity where we walked for 10 seconds and saw how far we went. We measured how far we went in 10 seconds of walking. Now, when we came back from that, we made up a little axis. All right, we got a vertical, up and down, and we got a horizontal, side to side. Right, on the vertical, we always have distance. All right, we always show it as distance, and we always tell what we're measuring the distance in. In our case, it was meters. M for meters. We normally put that in brackets, do you notice that? Whereas what we're measuring is normal, and then what we're using, or the units if you like, to measure are in brackets. Now on the bottom, we were talking about how long it took us, so the time. Alright, so we put time, and in this case the time was being measured in S for seconds. A really good graph would tell the person what we're actually doing, or what's going on in the graph, or what's being shown in the graph. Alright, this is one we could have, and we could see what's going on. Now, this is a point of how far away from it is, and everything on this line here is 0 meters away. In other words, you're back where you started. So in this case, this thing, or whoever, moved away and came back. And we've got the 4 different things that happened. We've got the red, which is going up. We've got the flat blue. We've got the green going up. And then we've got the purple coming back. And more about that in our next video.